What's up, y'all? It's Lumin here. We're getting this game in a tiny bit earlier, but I saw this game started by Simply Moxie and didn't want to be stuck in a long wait line. So this is... Oh, that's good decks too. EIKWM France, G, G4, G5, G6, G7. Playing with Simply Moxie and Thatcher and William here. Everything on? Yeah, okay, the mic's on. Great. William, I'm sure, is streaming this, because that's what he does. Okay, so Crop Farmer's okay, Humble Farm Boy is okay, Beekeeper's okay, Racing Stable is a combo card, Wintercrafter's fine, Cheapskate is fine. I mean, Wintercrafter's probably the best. Not really sure if I want to go for like Beekeeper Racing Stables, but that's kind of silly. Fence Overseer would be completely ridiculous with Racing Stable and Crop Farmer. But I'm not thinking about that as very likely here. I'm just gonna take, well, Humble Farm Boy is a fun one. Can I try to do Humble Farm Boy? No, it doesn't look like it. Cheapskate's pretty good. I'll take Wintercrafter here. Zoo Director, that's usually the right pick. Sheep Lover's fun. Field Barterer's good. Adoptive Parents is okay. Stone Trader can be fun, but not when I have Wintercrafter in hand. Rancher's interesting for the racing stables. Like, if you ever feel the need to play Racing Stable Manager, Rancher might be a good support card for that. Fixing some windows here. Yeah, it has to be Zoo Director. I don't think Sheep Lover comes back to me, but I'll take it if it does. Alms Collector is somewhat reasonable here on the 6th pick. Alms Collector has some synergy with Humble Farm Boy. I mean, I'm generally happy to play Humble Farm Boy, I think. But yeah, Beekeeper and Racing Stables would really like a Rancher. Because the Rancher is going to give you, basically pay for the stable that keeps filling 2 spots in one move. So I guess that's probably what I'm hoping to get back. Racing Stables. It's not a direct combo, but it's probably good enough. And Beekeeper's fine, but the overall effect is just underwhelming if you want to try to maximize Racing Stable Manager. You don't think Rancher plus Racing Stable is a combo? It's not as much of a combo as some support. I think there's some situations, Sid, where it could be okay. Like if I did first pick Beekeeper out of that weak pack and then get Racing Stable back. I think it's doable. Now here, Vine Dresser's kind of interesting, but I don't think it can go by itself here. Cabbage Lover is very good, and I'm a big Peace Worker fan. Peace Worker with Wintercrafter does pretty well. Not good animal support here. I can't really take Horseman and make this useful. Cabbage, eat veggies, save animals, yeah. And I mean, it's going to be hard not to take it. G6, G7 adds a bit of extra croppiness to the game. Yeah, Cabbage Lover's fine. Market Crier, huh? Let me read some of these. Bargaining Breeder, you get grain for breeding 2 animal types. Veg for breeding 3. Family Man, food on day labor. Okay, Fire Marshal. At the start of each harvest, if you have more stone than wood, you receive food equal to the difference. Oh, but this is pay 1 to the supply or beg if you have more wood than stone. Very tricky sounding. I should be okay on food. But this is kind of like an engineer. If I can pay all my wood. I know William's picking Minder, that's true. Hey Thytrius, thank you very much. Yeah, don't mind you lurking at all. So the funny pick here is Market Crier. I probably shouldn't. There's going to be much better ways to go about this. I think Fire Marshal is too big of a risk. I don't need to try to figure out that super badly. No stable combos that I've seen, so unless it's like a part-time builder or an engineering apprentice, I don't think that Racing Stable is going to do very well. Yeah. Oh! Tupembo, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tupembo. I just saw that. Well, you get a free one whenever you want for redeeming that. I'm so sorry. Okay. So... yeah, as I suspected, there's no need for anyone to take Racing Stables. Humble Farm Boy for just 4 wood is probably the right play, and I can just not play it if I don't need it. Yeah, I'm not building stables with a Zoo Director and no combo. I'll let the Racing Stable go to the Beekeeper. The only reason I'd be sad is if I find a barn in the miners. Even like stable passing miner, I'm not too upset about. Because that's an Ock and a miner to get... yeah. Not much value. Just spending the effort to play the cards is the bigger problem there. Alright, Rancher, probably not. Stone Trader, I don't need, but I could de-draft it. Yeah, hand lacks synergy. I mean, it's just going to be... I think it's going to be dependent on what miners I get. Because I could go heavy veg or I could go heavy animal. I think I lean into one of zoo and cabbage, but I don't see myself leaning into both. I would prefer to get early animals for the zoo. So I think I take rancher. Could take mendicant, but if I have to do mendicant, then I've missed out on an early hearth, and that would be bad. I could try to wintercraft that hearth. Something like a bean hole would be really fun to find. Hi, Fofo. Yeah, I mean, this is not a hand where I'm going to play all 7 Ox. It's definitely not one of those. Cheapskate was taken. Peace Worker's probably gonna be gone. Carpet would be cool? Yeah, carpet would be cool. Anything that reward... So, let's see. Crop Farmer also got taken for building fences multiple times. I mean, it could have just been the 4th best card in that pack. Possible Hedge Keeper or Animal Breeder for someone else, of course. Sheep Lover, yeah. Okay, that's a bit of a bummer. Wanted that one back for sure. But had to take Zoo first. I guess this means I rush the sheep. If I can. Yeah, I mean, Wintercrafter is an underwhelming first pick, but Zoo Director's fine to take its slot. It's just that Moxie knows about it. Cabbage Lover was in William's pack. So William and Moxie know about Cabbage Lover. Not a huge deal. Yeah, Rancher might be a little difficult to pull off. There are some lines where it works, though, so that's really what I'm going for here. Alright, so Moxie's making a decision here, and I'll get my last Ock pack. Not expecting Peace Worker to come back, but a lot of people don't like Peace Worker. Bounty. Oh yeah, that's pay a food for a veg Peace Worker. And Storehouse Minder. William! Come on, William. I'm definitely not taking Bard or Storehouse Minder. Peace Worker is really fun. Animal Farm. Okay. Pole Barns is fun for racing stables, kind of. Felt Decoration's interesting. I mean, Animal Farm's definitely the best here. It's definitely a non-bow with Zoo Director. You lose a third of a point and an animal, or you lose, no, half a point for the animal and a third of a point for Zoo Director. So you're losing 5/6 of a point for every guest you put down. But what am I going to take instead? Herb Garden? I mean, now that I have Peace Worker, I don't really need any veg support. I can just piecework vegetables. Yeah, Corn Scoop is really redundant now. Horse is kind of interesting, but not super interesting. Peasant's Boutique would be a nice card on the wheel here. Peaceworker usually likes Basket Maker's Workshop. Yeah, I agree, Sid, entirely. If I'm not using Animal Farm, someone else will, and that will tank my Zoo Director, so even if Animal Farm's not great value for me, I'll see where I am in the game. Maybe not play Zoo Director. Or maybe be okay with a 3-point Zoo Director instead of trying for a giant Zoo Director. Like a 5 or 6 pointer that can sometimes happen. Won't be in the cards for me. I think generally playing Animal Farm is still going to be worth it. But that's just generally. How do people not pick Peace Worker more? Such a versatile card. I should try to get very strong early food sources. Wintercrafter and Peace Worker do like to spend food, so I should prioritize good feeding over first growth. Oh, well, that's true too, Sid. You've always wondered about Agricola, like when it's important to draft combos and execute versus drafting a hand that's versatile, even if you're holding non-bows. So, I mean, the thing I like to think about is how often do you play all of your Ox or all of your Miners? You don't, right? So I think if you can draft 2 or 3 reasonable options for your game plan, I think that really creates a better chance at winning. It does make you have more decisions during the game as opposed to in the draft as to where you're going with your game. But generally it's losing to be committed to a game plan very early. You have to get lucky. And, I mean, a game like this is really controlling the amount of luck you need. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, at that point you do have to know relative power of things. Or not necessarily power as the statistic, but how strong something is and how strong of a combo you could be giving to someone. Yep, absolutely. The draft is the biggest skill differentiator you could create in a game like this. Yeah, I mean, if I have to play anyone in Revised Edition, for example, I know that I'm going to draft the best, and there's not much more to the story. Okay, Sausage Grinder and Haystack are both very interesting for an animal game. March is fine, but really tempted by one of these. Wild Greens is underrated. I think its power is like 3, and it's a free card, which makes it almost as good as Horse, right? Upholstery is a good substitute for Basket Maker's Workshop, too. And Upholstery with a Wintercrafter could really max out the Upholstery pretty easily. Though I don't know if I'm getting more than 3 rooms. So 3 read for 3 points. It's very good if I can swing it. The one thing it looks like I'm definitely not doing this game is Humble Farm Boy. Or at least trying to get the points off Humble Farm Boy. Yeah, I'm not really sure I can make Haystack work either. Like, what if sheep flip late? And I have the chance to, like, grow second or take 2 or 3 sheep? I'm probably just growing second, and then Haystack is completely dead. Having Sausage Grinder in hand with Peace Worker, I think gives me a better feeding potential, or really raises the floor of my feeding. Haystack is just not something I want to pick second. And Sausage Grinder can be really strong. And I'm going to have Stone early, potentially, if I want to play Peace Worker. So right now, it looks like I'm more... Yeah, it might also wheel. Ooh, I like this card. Artist Garden's very good. This might be a game where I'm just not playing Zoo Director. Artist Garden is way too good to pass here. I can go for Peace Worker and a Hearth and grind some sausage or turn it into guests. I'm really trying to not depend on where sheep flip in stage 1. That's usually a bad proposition. Yeah, Sheep Lover needs defense early for sure. I'm not likely to play Rancher. At this point, my most likely card is Peace Worker, I think. In terms of a stage 1 card. Though getting Bargaining Breeder down seems pretty interesting. I don't have a source for, like, Boar, though, so if, for example, it doesn't matter where Sheep flips, but if we have late Boar, late Cow, 1 out of 4 games, Bargaining Breeder's gonna be really tough. Well, Sid, I think it's hard to navigate if I really want to commit to something hard. But I think going with the flow could be just fine here. Or maybe you mean it's hard to go with the flow here? I mean, at worst, I Peace Worker some cabbage. Max out my cabbage. I don't think the floor is that low in this game. Unless we get surprised by something. Yeah. And I can just take 2 grain minus a food, have a few fields down. Maybe Rancher does have a place. Yeah, I mean, 60-point game. Sure, there's potential. Anytime you can guess, like with Animal Farm, and have a couple 5-point potential bonus sources. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of potential here. And hey, maybe someone market cries for us. Never underestimate Market Crier being in the draft. You never know when you're going to see it played. I think it's somewhat likely Thatcher ended up with Beekeeper Racing Stable Manager. And then there was Pole Barns in my first pack. And I think it's going to be hard to play Rancher against that. But that's just a guess. I think Bargaining Breeder's the least likely card to get played in my hand. But there are definitely worlds where I end up playing it. Threshing Machine Plow. I like Master Oven a lot. I'm a sucker for private ovens. But, minor ovens, I should say. But, like, what else am I going to take? Badge? Bonfire is something to look out for. Yeah, and with the ways to steal sheep, I don't think that that's very reasonable. This is, I think, pretty clear Threshing Machine Plow into Rancher. Muddy Land for the clay? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense too, Norton Watch. Though Muddy Land just throws clay into the game no matter who plays it. So I think Threshing Plow is just stronger also. I'm probably a top 5 fan of Threshing Machine Plow. Sure, it would have been nice to get both Muddy and Threshing. But Threshing Rancher... Alright, so Peasant's Boutique and Horse are both pretty playable here. Alright, Scythe works really weird. Because I remember trying to do something I thought was totally possible with Scythe. I don't think I'm going to be playing Scythe. But there's a rule with it that kind of sucks. I don't remember what I'm thinking of anymore. Either way, I should probably pick Peasant's Boutique or Horse, even though Artist Garden could make Scythe fun. I probably won't need it. Peace Worker, Wintercrafter, Peasant's Boutique just seems really nice to me. March is fine. Errant Oven could be okay. Maybe not. That's true, Sid. Yeah, has to be March here. I don't need Birthstone. Not sure how many times I'm growing. And Rotten Plow is a terrible pick here. Kudzu in the late game for a couple points is probably fine, even though the read cost isn't great. I just don't need Flail. And Rotten Plow is gonna cause a lot more harm than good here. Alright, so Artist Garden needs 3 Ox, but Rancher, Peace Worker, Cabbage Lover, or Wintercrafter, or Humble Farm Boy, there's plenty of options here. I really like Peasant's Boutique with Peace Worker, honestly. So Haystack went away. No, we're definitely not the only person with early sheep or early animal plans, and that's fine. We get the second seat. That's always wonderful. We get Sobake first. Rancher Plow is fine. Would I take Reedstone or Expensive Ock? I might have to take Rancher as a play no matter what. The problem with Rancher is that it invites Beekeeper very early. And that would definitely be annoying. On the other hand, it could give me a wood, and I could start player first action in round 2. Though that gives up a good action in round 2, so maybe that's not the move. I'm just gonna go for it. It looks like this could go into a good crop game. I don't want to fight animals too hard. Thatcher goes for wood. Somewhat likely that Thatcher will take start player. With me taking plow and Thatcher maybe taking start player, it means that whatever Moxie doesn't take 2 wood, 2 clay. Oh yeah, there's the Beekeeper. Well, at least it didn't go with the racing stable. I could take 2 wood over plowing here. If Moxie takes 2 clay. But if Moxie takes 2 wood, I think I just have to plow. As little as it does for me. Day labor's not terrible with Peaceworker in hand. Start player Rock Garden. Seems somewhat unnecessary. Thatcher or simply Moxie probably has Alms Collector. It's worth thinking about that Ox might be less contested, especially from Thatcher's seat. Thatcher didn't spend that long to take 3 wood. Hey, Mitty. Yeah, this hand is weird for sure. And I took a risk by playing Rancher, and that has gone badly. But I'm hoping that the threshing machine plow turns it on pretty quick. Yeah, Cabbage and Zoo don't go together. That's for sure. I mean, it is that I'm going to just play one of them and not sure which right now. Moxie goes again for Reedstone. So here's the choice. I can just start player Threshing, or I can take 2 Reed. And taking start player is very nice to Thatcher. That's who I'm really helping if I take start. On the other hand, I could play Peaceworker here. And then start Threshing. Reed, Stone, minus food. Plow 3. I don't think I need Wintercrafter online. Or I could do that instead of... Rancher first was wrong. I had way too many chances, or enough chances to get field tempo before playing Rancher. Let's see if Moxie plays a knock here. I have more viewers than William. It's not a contest, even though it might be a contest. I'm just happy to have you all here with me, hanging out. Ooh, yeah. Round 3 kudzu. I'm feeling it. Picking up some watchers in the Play Agricola lobby, too. Looks like Moxie's not going to play an Ock. I mean, I think Alms Collector is reasonably there rather than here. I'm not playing a 2-food Ock. I don't need to start. Or I don't need to plow when I can just play Threshing here. The table doesn't look that hungry. That might feel very different when Thatcher, or if Thatcher plays an Ock here. I could, of course, just play Basket Maker's Workshop in round 4. Given that I'm not especially going hard for a room. I don't think I need Wintercrafter out super early. Yeah, I was thinking about that as an option, Sid. It's just that I don't expect to get Reedstone food unless I start for it with Peaceworker. Though an argument that I can start once with something, and yeah. I think I'm more likely to take that line if Major's round 1. But there's always this risk that, you know, whatever spot you want for early in stage 1 comes out in round 4. And we're already kind of seeing that with Major and Sheep both being the last 2. Oh, Job Seeker. My G-bands must not be on here. Job Seeker, bannable levels of strong recently. Oh, and William's plowing. Is he gonna try to make me plow first action here? I'm not falling for that. Well, Sheep come out, so Major's last. No. Okay. Well. Living on the edge. If William takes plow, I'm a lot more likely to have 3 food. Thatcher could very viably take 3 food here. And there's an argument I should have taken a 3 food spot. Pretty good argument, actually. Alright, and Thatcher goes for the fishing, which means Thatcher probably has Bard, or did I toss that in my last pack? Alright, William's taking the 3 wood, which is a pretty good move. Yeah, I could have food struggles here. And indeed, Moxie takes 3 food and makes me suffer. So I'll just get this done. I'm going to assume William's not building stables. But I guess it's not out of the question. He could end up with Sheep Lover and want to be building pastures soon. So this could be the only time I get the Rancher wood. Oh man, turns out Fire Marshal over Bargaining Breeder would have been so much better. Hut Builder. Always a good card. Alright, do I get to stay start player? Because 4 Clay's on the board, Expensive Ox on the board. Though we're currently thinking Moxie has Alms Collector. Because I could first move Reedstone Food normal and try to get Basket Maker's Workshop down and feed that way. And if Major gets taken, just Day Labor. It's probably the safest choice. Oh, you don't see this one much. Sheepdog. That's a very interesting miner to take here. Now I'm really wishing I had Mendicant. Mendicant would do a lot for me here. Why did I get so greedy? Thatcher probably shouldn't pass up 6 clay here. Parts for first room. Thatcher's in a great spot. Partially my fault. Have to assume Moxie takes the 2 sheep as second action here. William taking 2 reed. It's fed with Beekeeper. Well, I don't see why Moxie would possibly take Major, so I will get the Basket Maker's Workshop down here. There could be a plow from William, which would hurt. Not really sure what else he would do except, well, start for 6 wood would be there. Oh, thanks, Rilo. Happy Labor Day. Are you expecting me to have to take day labor here? It would fit the theme. Not really sure what that field from William was for, except Rancher Police. I mean, Rancher Police is fine. It's generally good to do. You think Thatcher might be the one with Alms Collector? Okay, yeah, that's fair. Moxie could also just build first room here. But it looks like play-by-play is saying Moxie's taking 3 wood. Needing to feed 5? I don't really see how that fits a game plan, unless he's trying for a room and 2 stables. You think it might be Moxie? I don't see why you would feed extra food here. It really doesn't line up very well. What did William do? Took 4 clay? Hey, we got 2 ranchers. Yeah, Sheep Lover and Haystack definitely make it likely that someone's doing it. I'm just very confused at not taking 2 sheep there. It seems like a much better play. So I'm on a farming start, and the person on downstream from me built the first room. That seems pretty synergistic in terms of fighting the right amount. Not that I'd ever take this as choice number 1 without a crazy combo, but it's okay. I mean, it looks like you're right, Gray. It's that Moxie's fencing here. I just would not have guessed Sheepdog. Like, I don't see how Sheepdog works. Oh, Haystack, too? Yeah, okay. This is making somewhat more sense. Well, I'm going on this, and I don't know what I'm double. I should take 2 reed no matter what. Reed Stone is probably best, so I can play Wintercrafter. Yeah, fencing. Well, 2 pastures for Sheep Lover, right? Fencing 9. Then wood for Haystack. Okay. Yeah, you guys are making some sense talking it out. Sheepdog has the advantage of claiming. Are you saying, like, if Thatcher builds a hearth instead of first room? I don't think that would make much sense. Alright, William built a room, which means I feel like I should plow here. 3 sheep there, pretty obvious. I mean, I could play Wintercrafter, I could play Humble Farm Boy, I could take 3 wood, I could plow. Just take the wood. Thatcher's gonna start. Which means William can just take the 6 wood if I leave it. Okay, so I'm the wood police here. You can discard that dog? Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't need it. He needs it to hold 6 animals for haystack, that's also true. But you can't discard the dog, it just causes a beggar. And I don't remember Madonna statue. Yeah, ram is the one that gets discarded. Yeah, sheepdog's just bad. So my rancher's currently off. William took a grain. A single grain? Thatcher giving up and playing Alms Collector here for 4. You baited Sid, you sure did. Yeah, Moxie not playing Ox is really quite bad for Thatcher. Sheep Lover's coming, though. Oh, not the dog itself, but the extra capacity. Because this arrangement of 2 pastures only allows, 5. Very true, William, very true. Ashbringer Ceramics? Maybe. There's the sheep lover. Four wood's gonna be there for me. And we have the first communal bonus of this game. I can build some stables now and get Rancher back on. It is a fun plan by Moxie. I mean, getting all that, unexpected, I would have to say. Because if I saw everything that was there, I feel like everyone else would have seen it and de-drafted, but I guessed wrong. It is the oven here. Which makes sense with all the sheep gone, hearth in front of you, going for a baking strat instead. There was some baking support, not a ton. Oh yeah, not taking Zoo Director first, ouch. Sheep's spaces do not count as used. Come on, Mershka. Stop hating on me. We get late growth. Moxie can't play Haystack with this action, which is kind of bad for everyone. Everyone wants more food in the game. I probably benefit most. Me and Moxie probably benefit most from having more food in the game. I think I do have to build a room with this move. Even if Moxie takes wood and just is able to build and grow ahead of me, this will keep Rancher on. Yeah, they're in use. The spaces are in use. Different than being used. Alright, so the question is how many stables? And I don't really see why not two, honestly. It's fine, you don't think Moxie can build and get Haystack down? So I do need a food action, which could just be 3 read. But if I take a 4 food action, then I could take a huge stack of read, or read, stone, stone. Oh, I kind of want to... don't quite have enough actions here to play Wintercrafter this harvest. Yeah, Sheepdog helped me. I really think Sheepdog hurt Moxie. It's just such a bad card. Like, I get the extra capacity, but just take more wood. Fence a bit bigger. Sheepdog is just way too expensive. 6 food throughout the game. I mean, I get that you're planning on haystacking. It just might be against my style. And I could be totally wrong here. Thatcher plays Crop Farmer. Well, we know the first pick was Job Seeker, so... Okay. Sure. Oh, soybean meal? Well, soybean meal is totally stupid. So, I mean... that card is silly. Alright, so 4 food, first action. Thatcher needs to take food in terms of sheep, or could fence, but then would have to eat the veg raw, so that's probably not happening. It could be 4 food, 2 sheep here. Yeah, that one does specify number of pastures. William played upholstery on start player, meaning the read is not guaranteed to get to me at all. Let's see. Good actions for me. 3 reed stone, 4 wood, 2 sheep. Wintercrafter. Enough options here. I mean, I'd like to think so, Sid. But upholstery means that one of the read spots is a lot better for William than it used to be. Oh, yeah, okay. Moxie playing Haystack. That makes sense. So I would like to take the 4 read minus a food. William pretty much has dibs with growing to 4. Unless we can jump ahead of Moxie here for a second extra person. Read to 3 food is still fine. Okay, so how badly do I want to play Wintercrafter at this point? Thank you, Sid. I did remember in time. Yeah, somehow this worked out. I agree, it was not looking great. Upholstery corn scoop. Alright, so as good as 3 stone looks, my play is definitely taking wood here. And that's to be able to build a room in case Moxie decides to build a fireplace. Though, no, that doesn't look very likely, does it? Either way, getting more wood is going to be helpful for keeping Rancher alive. Threatening a room at all is going to be just good to do. Yeah, I think Wintercrafter's off the team. Thatcher gets 3 stone, very nice. William getting Reedstone food makes a lot of sense. Definitely expecting William to go for a corn scoop and a sow bake next turn. Next round. As 2 of the moves. Third one I wouldn't be able to guess right now. This is a really bad job seeker for Thatcher. Just me, Moxie, and William not playing a lot of Ox is really bad for job seeker. Moxie has to build a room here, because otherwise I do. Or worse, I take start to build a room and then grow. So this is definitely better for Moxie. I'll play Peasant's Boutique here, kind of just because Sausage Grinder is the only other option, or Kudzu. Marushka, are you just giving away your channel credits here? Alright, and Thatcher plows, which guarantees that my Rancher stays online. And fences to get food veg. Isn't it food veg, not just veg? It is. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. I'm growing. Do I play Kudzu here? There are some good places to play Kudzu. Cause if I fence 13 covering 4 spaces, build a room, I could just play Sausage Grinder also, but I want to be able to play Basket Maker's Workshop? No, I don't. Not this move. Oh, I'm frozen. Unfrozen. I do need to eat a read, so I cannot play BMW yet, but I did take a look at other people's board, and I don't think BMW is super likely to be snapped up before I get a chance to late next round. That's my current estimate. And having Kudzu out is even better for rancher tempo. Oh my gosh. Come on, internet. It looks like the stream is doing fine. Oops. William doesn't get Sobake now? I'm missing why. Oh, Thatcher 100% does, yeah. Fair. Thatcher takes 2 boar, though. But yes, William goes for the grain immediately, hoping to tempt Thatcher with better piles of things. Melon, right, melon. Moxie plays Historian. Okay, there's the, there's what Thatcher's hoping for. Wow, so that pack... I'm assuming Thatcher's first pack was Job Seeker, Hut Builder, Historian. Historian over Zoo, that would be reasonable also, I agree. 2 sheep here is okay. I could build. Oh no, I can't build, I need the reed. Reed, stone. 6 clay. Six clay is pretty good. You can't watch me play? What's wrong? What am I doing wrong? Besides everything. Alright, I'm gonna take the clay pile. Oh, you want to play. Okay. You want to show me how to actually play correctly. Have to assume that's what you mean. Not these days. Are you out of shape more than I am? I basically didn't... I played like 1 game in the last 10 days because of computer problems, and then it was super hot this weekend. The sand doesn't have enough rent keeping? Also true. Also very true. Well, so here's the thing, Marushka, you won. Which makes you a lot better at Rent Keeper still. So William does get Sobake here because Thatcher took 3 wood. That's, interesting. Yeah, that loses a field from Melon Patch. Does Thatcher just want to fence right now? That's very interesting. Alright, this coming round I get to decide if I want to build one more room. Or just start farming. Oh, you lost with 30. Okay, well that's very different, obviously. Turnip field? Oh, that would be amazing, but I think Melon Patch was the first pick. And I don't forget turnip field. It might only be me who has the power to limit you, Marushka. Maybe maybe you might be able to unmod yourself. I haven't tried. Alright, so Moxie ends up taking the veg. Thatcher, we're not sure what Thatcher's up to here. Probably has to take the 2 sheep and eat 3 sheep. It's a weird decision to not sow by Thatcher. Moxie is just going to be feeding with that haystack. William has to take 5 clay here, I would expect. It saves a lot in terms of making that hut builder room clay. It's just really strong in the first... Oh, field barterer. Okay, right on time. Good. Good stuff. Well, I get to keep start player. Okay, so I am gonna go build a clay room or go build the pottery. I don't remember what pack Alms Collector is from anymore. Yeah, I agree that Field Barterer seemed pretty good there. Yep, go play your Ock. Ah, Cheapskate. Cool. I thought, well, Cheapskate was pretty good out of my opening pack. Equestrian. Okay, you don't have any built stables, so cool. Muddy land. And then... Cool. So... 12, 9, 7... I'm gonna piecework a clay and see if I can get the hearth. Or... I'm gonna piecework a clay and decide if I want to use that for pottery or cabbage lover or 50 other possibilities. I want to say Alms Collector was more likely pack 2, but I'm really not sure anymore. So Thatcher picks up 4 wood pretty quick. William takes the reed. Barterer is also a better job seeker, Ock. Yeah. Well, it's not sheep lover, but Thatcher just didn't pick sheep lover. But if you're just saying overall as a pick, I do think, yeah, Alms Collector Job Seeker has to be quite nice. It's just weird that nobody played a ton of early Ox, or not enough people played enough early Ox for that to work out. Okay, I think I take the reed, stone, stone. It's just really good. Yeah, I don't build a room. I let Kudzu finish off the top here. Alright, so does my reno come with a hearth, or a pottery, or a well, or a BMW? I already took the rancher wood this round, but thank you. I think I called it round 8 in the chat. Oh no, I called it round 10. Good. There's some fences for Thatcher in a bit of an interesting arrangement. He doesn't have to fence new pastures to trigger crop farmer, so just like fencing an extra space seems better. Okay, so William takes 2 grain again, and Simply Moxie is growing with Amusement Park. That's a good fit with Sheep Lover. If I play well, it means Village Well is done for whoever has it. It's good points, though pottery is food and points, and I won't have to worry about food at all. Should probably take pottery or hearth. Yeah, I do agree BMW is probably not the right pick. I'm just going to take the hearth, I think. It's pretty slow. In terms of points. But I won't have any feeding problems anymore. It makes me very happy to take 2 pigs next round if I can. Yeah, the well is okay. I just don't really want to take another bottom feeding action. I mean, I might have to anyway, but this lets me get breeding boar and not continually bottom feed for the rest of the game. Alright, so plow and fences are both effectively taken here, so okay, so this rancher somehow ended up working out great. And nobody takes start. William gets the room, so I don't bother building. I just take the pigs. I could just play the well with my next move. Badge. Badge is really fun. I really like this design. Okay, and it's just one opponent. Okay, so I'm the opponent without pastures, me and William, and then Moxie's the one without fields. Stone Trader on Job Seeker for Thatcher. I think my position's pretty good here, actually. William's in a great spot also with Field Barterer down, but William's feeding is getting very suspect. Very reliant on sow baking a lot, which is not what you want to be with a big family. You don't want to be reliant on that one action space. Two sheep and Animal Farm. I could. Feels a little underwhelming, honestly. Two sheep is certainly better than 4 food straight up. I think I still want to build a room. Or should I just take pottery? Growing one more time feels a lot better for where I just put my feeding position with a hearth. I need a stable action anyway. I'm not sure I understand what the stable action is for. Compared to just fencing 13. Or even 10. Moxie grabs 3 wood as the first action. Alright, so I need to take a food action, and I need to get the well, I think, are my 2 priorities here. I don't think it goes food, food, food. It looks like Moxie's okay. So I should take the well, I think. It's the well or the pottery. Pottery's pretty tempting, honestly. You think well's better, Sid? That's where I'm leaning. Alright. And then I could take Reed Stone last action. Or something like that. No, I can't. I'm going to be out of Reed. I guess I'm taking Reed, Building, and Growing next round. Room is better than pottery, and clay... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm 1 food short here. No, I'm 2 food short. What am I talking about? So 2 sheep over 4 food, traveling over 4 food fishing. I guess the fishing and traveling are equal. Bard is gone. There wasn't any fishing that we saw. Yeah, definitely 4 food with one of the ways to breed boar is definitely the right call. I mean, any food action here is a 7, or has an extra 3 food on top of it. There are more animals next round. Maybe. Thatcher plays Stone Oven? How? Oh, Stone Trader. Durr. So gets a reed, loses 2 stone and a food, gets 3 and a clay, and gets 3 points. Seems fine. Family Grow Foxberries for William. 1 action before he needed to. What is this? Oh. Wanting to plow. And otherwise takes a food move, I assume. Barterer, ah, yeah, okay. But then why grow with that action? So Moxie builds 2 stables. Yeah, William probably took Hammock. Equestrian? Oh, fair. That's, not the best action, I would say. I mean, it does something, but... Moxie doesn't have a fireplace right now. It seems tough to execute on. Countryman last action? What? Going down to 1 food here? Wait. I thought, at least in the app, Countryman needs to be played before going on the grain veg space. I hope you guys are sure about that. Yeah, I don't want to look up the compendium right now, but if someone wants to, that'd be nice. Okay, so, Wood Rancher. It's Plowsow. Okay, thanks for checking, Grape. Vine Dresser for Thatcher, that's really nice. Plowsow's here. That lets Moxie gets the 2 cow action. What am I up to here? Probably Reedstone over Reed. Moxie plays Tanner, gets a boar, and now is going to get 2 cows. Okay, this works pretty well. I will definitely take the cows ahead of... Will I take the cows ahead of building and growing? No. I can play Sausage Grinder reasonably now. Moxie taking the cows so I don't have to think about it. Alright, Reed stone for sure. Do I buy one more stone? I think no. Because that doesn't help me with the actions. Okay. To reno to stone on 4 rooms. I need a wood. I don't think I added one. Oh yeah, and my well food's on the board. Thank you. Nope, I didn't. Thatcher starting with Herb Garden there. It's annoying, but it's probably was foreseeable and doesn't hurt me that much because I'm growing. Cabbage and Artist look dead, yeah, and Zoo Director's not looking great either. But on the other hand, nobody else has a pile of bonus points, and my farm maybe looks the best. Cabbage Lover definitely still playable. Right, especially because veg comes with an extra food with Peace Worker. Alright. Any stables here? I don't think I should take stables. I should just get my 13 fences in. Or 15. Yeah, cabbage, peace veg, and so definitely seems good. I do think I want to play Sausage Grinder instead of nothing. It's not a great ratio of points, but it might get me a food, and there's plenty of stone on this board. I'm Peace Worker, so... Is at least 2 food? Yeah, yeah, because I do want to eat boar twice. That's right. And the wood is getting tight, so I do think that no stables is correct. Could I be Humble Farm Boy here? Moxie's at 10 cards. Thatcher's at 11, 12 cards. William's at 8 cards. William might be trying to be humble still. But I could have this, if I'm down by 2 cards in round 14, I could have a 3-point Ock. Not very likely, because, I mean, Cabbage Lover's probably just a better play. Zoo Director might be 2 or 3 points, so with upholstery there's a decent chance, yeah. Thatcher fences 2. Looks like accidentally double hit those fences there. Yeah, and William takes a fireplace on Reno. Cheap fireplace still available. I'm really surprised Moxie doesn't have a cookery. I mean, Haystack does feed a lot, but are you really getting that much? Like, you're preventing yourself from growing, I feel, but I mean, I just could be misinterpreting the situation. Moxie takes 2 read, that's too bad. Alright, so I'm getting a wood in round 13. I should take 3 wood if I can. I mean, I should definitely be able to find 3 wood on this board. Especially because I'm pieceworking. William gets another countryman. Good for him. I do think sowing a veg is wrong. Look at those stone on the board. So much. Alright, William takes the wood here, so William will be fencing before either Moxie or me, but I think I do want to force it, because I don't get anything with Plowsow, which is really too bad. I mean, I think my game looks pretty good for double late growth. William's definitely got some good stuff going. Yeah, I was mentioning that, Gray. I mean, just Haystack is feeding plenty. And I don't know if he will need one, given that bottom feeding's now at 6-6. I could take the 2 sheep here, eat 1 sheep, 1 boar for 7 food. But then that makes my fencing really awkward. I don't really get that food from sheep. I actually lose a food from an extra boar getting cooked. Moxie has to Plowsow here. Plowsow is, what, a 5-point action? Oh, Historian? Sure. Hill Farmer. Hill Farmer? And you pass Rancher twice? Or at least once? Twice. Oh my gosh. Oh, Hill Farmer's so good with Rancher. How does that happen? Yeah, the boar from this equestrian definitely paying off. And Moxie is going to plow sow. I don't need to take one more wood. I can just leave it at this. No clay. Yes, 3 ox from Historian, but Cheapskate gave the extra one. So I'm trying to force William into fencing here, which is not a huge force. It's most likely what he wanted to do anyway. It does mean my fencing situation's getting a little precarious. I will want to just start player to make sure I can fence, if nothing else. Well, actually, no, this is still okay. As long as Thatcher doesn't start here, I'm okay. Thatcher has better things to do than start. 2 sheep is a good action for him. Is he thinking he can wheel it if he takes start? Possibly. Okay, good. So it doesn't get greedy with the sheep, just takes it there. Alright, I think not fencing would be losing for William, but I don't see that happening. I mean, there could be some consideration for the pile of stone. There are plenty of renovates that would like to happen this game. Whoa! That looks wrong. That's extremely risky. Fence veg sow does look good, I agree. Oh, and Moxie's gonna start player with a turn rest plow. Okay. Does that mean I should go for Reno fence? Constable, you think is an option? It could be based on, like, the amount of cards I'm predicting from people. Problem is I'm eating a reed. I'm fencing here. I could go for the Reno fence. But, I mean, I think it's more likely... Oh, Moxie has no more wood. Yeah, fencing is really strong here. I can just do a better thing next round, like growing. I can still take stone, take reed. Reed, stone, just flat out better than 2 reed. Minus a food. And I don't technically have to eat a reed, because I have the boar. The boar is 4 for me. I mean, yeah, 2 veg and so is very good here. My farm came together really just fine. Surprising. I think I've gotten lucky in some ways. Just, William not fencing there was really strange. And I've taken advantage of the resource piles. The rancher's gone just fine, somehow. Yeah, I only played my 6th and 7th ox. What is that? Yeah, maybe my 5th. That's right. See, y'all, you don't need your best ox to win the game. Thatcher takes stone and plays pottery. Seems fine. Yeah, the Sobig is going to be easy to get. No real competition. William doesn't need to bake right now. It's far away from playing Master Oven, which is too bad. What? That's not Constable, but what? How am I supposed to see that coming? Oh my gosh. I guess I'm not. That was probably just the first pick. I'm really thinking Job Seeker, Hut Builder, Historian is how that went. Job Seeker, really good. This makes Humble 3 points. Yes, it does. Alright, Veg Stow still open, gonna be open. Let's do it. Oh, you think it's Historian over Zoo? Okay. Alright, so the renovations are pretty obvious. It's going to be Reno something for Moxie. Not really sure what. Oh, there was pole barns. That's what's happening. It's pole barns, yeah. How am I rating the game pace? I'm probably the slowest on, but the pace is fine. 2 boar could be better than so. I mean, this is just 8 food. Yeah, but like, I would have to sow first action next round, and I don't want that. I could just take 3 boar next round. Alright, I'm gonna be silly and do this. Badge hits on William not having fences. I still get Wood Rancher. I don't have the ability to fence anymore, though. Two grain to set up first action, so yeah, that would be okay. Well, I like feeding boar and reed here as 8 food. The most obvious plow sow that's ever happened. And then, I mean, there's 3 boar. There's plow, there's grow. I mean, I should grow over plow. Alright, Thatcher ox. Gleaner. Okay. Free building resources. That's not a renovate, which is interesting. Wait, Thatcher can't reno. It's only in wood. What's going on? Moxie's gonna reno. Okay, and I can't get in there. Alright, so... yeah, I think that's the move, Gray. I'm trying to figure out what my moves are, but it's probably grow, awk, animal... X. Reed. Reed actually isn't that great. It's... the 2 reed stack is 3 food and a point. Yeah, plenty of 2s. There's grain. Reed's not a 2-pointer, though, which is annoying. It's an underwhelming peasant's boutique. Double late growth. How did this... and, like, only 5 rooms got built, right? We have hut builder building a room. How did all the Reed not, like, stack up this game? Wooden stables. Yeah, that's pretty good. But that's the same as Humble and Awk. And what's my food situation exactly? My food situation, if I play Humble, I'm at 2 food. A boar gets me to 6, and I need 9, so I eat a veg. So 3 food is a point for me. I could just eat 2 boar, yes. 2 boar or my 4th veg are both 1 point. I guess the boar is better. Yeah, I do have 1 wood from Rancher. The thing is, I'm not sure I can get that stables action. What is that stable architect even for? Oh, pole barns, duh. We answered that already. Yeah, sorry, don't know how I forgot that. So, Humble. There's so many 2-point actions. But I guess this is right. Nobody's building a room, so... It was still right not to build the stables on the room action. Well, for one, there's no chance we could guess stable architect. And 2, it made the fencing slower. And while it turns out we could have gotten away with it, I really don't believe in losing fence tempo. Yeoman Farmer would be really fun here. But we can't have every perfect card in every world. Lots of 2-point actions on the table for me, which is too bad. Stable Architect doesn't care where the fence or where the stables are, but it's possible blocking the 3 boar would have been worth it marginally. Yeah, William's food situation actually was really poor. Felt Decoration's a good card for Moxie to play here. That fits really well. The thing with Sheepdog, I mean, these spaces are empty. It encourages you to miss points. But he is on the right number of things now. I am humble. I don't need to take the stables action first. Yeah, it turns out Kudzu for 4 was better. Though I don't think I would have predicted that. Yeah, I guess Ock didn't cost a point, but I think it's more likely that 2 Ox would get played compared to William taking stables with this move, so... Alright, I'm not sure if this is winning or not. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look terrible, but it's really not the best. Okay, so Peasant's Boutique is counted for 3 already. It's just so hard to get everything done in a double late growth game. What is it that I'm going to end with? 43? 43. 3, 4, 7, 10. Minus a few for feeding. Oh no, the 7 food is on the board for William. Yeah, I mean, the fact that bottom feeding's on the board is going to win it for William, it looks like. Do I even beat Thatcher? I mean, probably. Yeah, I'll beat Thatcher. William, what did we say? Pole Barns gets him to 6 more points. 39, 42, 43. I'm going to say we tie. Because I'm 38 plus 3 plus 3 minus 1. Oh no, I have 2 points more than I thought I did, right, from the actual stables themselves. I counted the actual stables for William, so. Yeah, it looks like I'll win by 2. Even though William has a 7 food action. Undefined. Good job, scorecard. Moxie's at 31 plus. Yeah, it's not going to do it. Yeah, Sausage Grinder ended up being totally fine. It might be donation time, but you have to let him know on his stream too. Well, this feels like a pretty good win, honestly. Ended up growing 3rd instead of 4th. He has a plow? No, he's going to play Pole Barns. Oh, no, he has the field. Right, he has the field barterer. Okay, so we both end up 2 higher than I originally said. Thatcher getting the Basket Maker's Workshop. And here are the pole barns. Thatcher has some fun stuff at the end with Gleaner. Just need Moxie to hit that endgame button and we'll be on our way. Yeah, I think it is a tie, but yeah, no donation. Yeah, I think really not fencing was a really interesting choice by William. Not fencing in round 13. I guess it just wasn't as contested. And Thatcher does get pretty close with a 43. But staying in wood's not going to help his cause very much. And that Job Seeker just got torched. And I guess me and William have to figure out who's reporting. I'll just do it. Alright, so I guess I might or might not get answers for this. We can check it in the draft log. Thanks, Sid. Yeah, it felt a bit touch and go. I'm definitely the slow player here. Oh. I thought I was the slow player. Okay. I guess I handle score estimates a lot better than time estimates. Okay then. Yeah, let's check this last thing here, the draft. Thatcher's been slow recently. Moxie is new, I knew that. 353, 813. It was Hut Builder Job Seeker. And Hill Farmer. Thanks, Rilo. So I was right about Hut Builder being second, but we were not correct about some of this other stuff. Because like I said, Donba, I'm bad at tracking this stuff apparently. Stable Architect over Cabbage Lover. Okay, I don't mind that. Cabbage, I'm not quite sure is a 4. Hut Builder, obviously. Beekeeper, going for Racing Stables is fine. I might take Racing Stables there with Stable Architect in hand. Yeah, exactly, Don. But I mean, who am I to say anything like this? Sheep Lovers 4.3. I should take this overlay off briefly. Alright, see ya, Sid. Thanks for hanging out. Do we have anything else to look at here? Not really. I'll take a quick look at my draft and see if I missed anything big on power. Wintercrafter was correct. Zoo Director was correct. Sheep Lover's stronger than I thought. Cabbage Lover's right. Bargaining Breeder I think is fine, though I owe Tepembo a draft pick because I didn't take Fire Marshal. And I think Fire Marshal could have done well. Humble Farm Boy was good. Rancher was fine. Adoptive Parents average pick 5. And Peace Worker 7th is wrong. Animal Farm's right. Sausage Grinder average pick 5, but this is underwhelming. Like, I'm not going to Wild Green's first pick. Artist Garden is right. Threshing Machine Plow over Muddy Land is, I think, okay. I don't think this is right. I think Threshing Machine Plow is totally good. Peasants Boutique makes sense in my game plan. Okay, I think I drafted fairly well. Alright, so that'll be it for me. Thanks all for hanging out, chatting it up while I get this game in. And I will see you all tomorrow or in a future stream. Alright, have a good day, everyone. Bye.